Hello?
Hey, girl.
Hello. Hey guys. Welcome back. It's a 415 podcast.
Hi,
What's up,
hi,
Keita?
guys. Happy Sunday. Hope you all are. It's gonna be Wednesday, but hope you all are doing well. Sorry,
Pre-recordings.
I know, right?
Oh yeah. So, I guess we can I guess let's talk about what we did. Ooh, 32, episode 32, what we talked about. Um, ooh, a call for action.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about a couple of things. The Serena controversy with the U.S. Open.
Mm-hmm. Colin
Me and my hair
Kaepernick.
struggles. Oh yeah, me and my hair struggles. Colin Kaepernick with the Nike ad campaign.
Right, right.
Go check that out. That's a good one. That's a good one. For this week, episode 32, we're gonna title it D Block. Yeah, gonna talk about prison. Let's get into it. Before that, we got a nice little hot topic. Just happened today. It just happened because we record on Sundays. And I'm watching the NFL. I thought I was gonna boycott, but I'm kind of watching.
I'm not.
We know. So it's like Sunday. That's what everybody does. So yeah, take it away, Keita. Tell them what happened.
So, because I'm not watching football, I still keep up with some of the updates because I know it's kind of contradiction. But I do play fantasy football, right? So as I'm scrolling on Facebook, it says Vontae Davis retires abruptly at halftime. What? How you just walk off the field?
I wonder if he did it. If he had, what's his position?
Oh shoot! I think running back. Hold on.
Let me see. What's his position? Because I'm like, did he score a touchdown and be like, I'm done?
No, they were trailing.
Oh,
They
well,
were
like,
trailing at
oh,
the
he's
time.
a cornerback. He a cornerback.
When he did that, the Bills was trailing 28-6 at halftime. I think he said this. Fuck this shit. My wife got 2 jobs.
It's crazy. Like, I want to take it, talk to it from a different perspective. Like, think about how we are as, normal folks working regular corporate jobs.
Right.
When you done with your job or your coworkers just get on your nerve, you just ready to bounce. And that's probably what it was for him. See, we look at these NFL players, NBA players, baseball players, all of that. Like, they're really entertainment for us. But for them, that's a job. They get paid to do that. So,
They
hey,
get
why
fed up
can't
too.
they? Yeah, why can't? Do they get sick days?
Yeah.
Do they get vacation days? Okay then. So yeah, they burnt out, they tired, they pissed off. Maybe something happened with their contract. You know what I'm saying? We don't have contracts. We we could be let go whenever.
Exactly.
Okay? For them, they got contracts. But that's crazy. I did hear it because I kind of dozed off earlier because I was out trying to be, grown, trying to have big fun at the Childish Gambino concert out in New York City at the Madison Square Garden. So I missed.
She out there having big fun.
Big fun.
I was in the house watching the Handmaid's Tale. Oh Lord, Jesus, child.
Why it sound like it's scary, but you
Girl,
don't do scary movies?
It's not scary, but it's scary at the same time.
So it's a little like suspense, horror. Not really horror, but I said
No,
horror. Horror.
It's based on a book, but it's like when the U.S. government has been taken over by the cause, and they doing everything based upon the laws of the Bible. The women can't read, can't write, can't do nothing but what they tell them they can do. So,
What's this on Netflix?
Hulu.
Okay. But yeah. So he just walked out halftime. I mean, I ain't mad at it.
No, I was just shocked when it said abruptly quits at halftime. Like you just don't see that.
But who's to say? So if you was at work and somebody pissed you all the way off and you walked out, same thing. Somebody could have said something. It could have been something like something that kept boiling and boiling, and then the pot top was like, "I'm done. I can't hold it no more."
I mean, I get it. You just sometimes you gotta go.
Gotta go right now.
Shoot, you can't stay.
Hey, see your thing, Vontae.
Mm-mm.
Gone. How old is he anyway?
Oh my.
Oh, I got it. He's 30. He born 88. Okay. Hey, he from DC. Do your thing. But yeah, that was that was it. My Eagles didn't hold on. They lost today to the Tampa Buccaneers. I'm like, really? You know, Deshaun Jackson used to play on the Eagles.
But
then he went to the Redskins. Now he on the Buccaneers.
But you know the game of the night is them. You already know who
all over it.
The Cowboys.
All
the
over
Cowboys
it.
And Dallas. The Dallas game. You know
they lost already
I want
too.
to watch that game so bad, but I ain't even.
Look, you can watch it. I'll just keep the screen on. Look.
I'm not even gonna do it to myself because
I'll send you highlights.
Look, I already had anxiety with my son game yesterday. They divisional champs right now. Go ahead.
Hold it down. But yeah, that's the game tonight.
Right.
So
game of the week.
Yeah, cause like Dez Bryant, where he play?
He don't play anywhere.
Oh, so wait, he a free agent or he just retired?
Cowboys cut him.
His attitude.
This is what I hate when people say Dez's attitude.
I wish I had the visual of her right now when she put her whole eye in her whole brain.
I hate when people say Dez and his attitude. Dez is...
Girl, his attitude's like, yeah, he passionate. We know what you're going to say.
Dez is passionate about his game. Just like LeBron is, just like Serena Williams is. Everybody's passionate about what they play. You can't be mad at somebody for that. But Dez is
he always doing the most, though.
But my thing is...
Come on now.
Dez is like that person...
You know it.
Dez is like that person at the job that he knows some bullshit is happening and he calling you out when that bullshit. Like, no, that's bullshit. But everybody else too scared to talk. They call him... Yeah, they call that what? A disgruntled worker. Because you like to speak up for yourself.
Yeah, but it's the terminology that you use when you try to voice your whole thing. He ain't coming the right way.
Well, too bad. Sometimes you just gotta let folks know they on some bullshit.
He's so raw.
But him and Jerry Jones ain't lost no love because they was at Beyonce concert together.
What he doing at the Beyonce concert?
That's Jerry Jones. What you think?
Everybody. But hey. So he ain't playing. Is I forget his name. Oh my goodness, the running back.
Ezekiel.
Why am I losing? Yes, I wanted to call him X. I was like, no, that ain't it.
No, that's Dez Bryant, child. Stop.
What's Ezekiel doing? He's still on there. You said one other Cowboy left and went to. Didn't he go to Philly?
I don't know.
Is that you that said one of the guys?
After Witten retired, which I knew he was going to retire after Romo retired. I knew that was happening. So, Witten retired. Dez got cut. And then they cut Dan Bailey. You got to be the dumbest mother ever to cut Dan Bailey, one of the most accurate kickers in the NFL. Why would you do that? I mean, his only bad season was last season when he had broke his twisted or something happened to his ankle. And that was his worst season. But he's the most accurate kicker in the NFL. Dumbasses.
Well,
stupid.
Look, at the end of the day, you already know what it comes down to.
Stupid.
So you know that. Come on now.
I don't care.
They're probably looking at how old was he?
It don't freaking matter. Look how long you kept Romo. After Romo injuries, Romo was probably 60 years old.
I think the NFL is the only, I don't want to say company, I want to say organization
company
can probably let you go because of your age. You know, when there's like discrimination and all that, you can't do that like corporate life. But I think for that, because your body wear and tears, that they can actually let you.
I think that is true, and I think with certain positions like they don't last long. Like what running backs don't last long in the NFL because they always on the move. That's
why I'm looking at Darren Sproles, his little self. He be out. And he's up there. I think he's like 30, 38 or something like that. He up there, but he's still getting it. But yeah, and I thought Aaron Rodgers said he was retiring. I see him playing. I was like, well, I thought you was gonna be out.
Nah, I doubt that.
Hmm.
I doubt that.
Cause he up there too.
They all up there.
How old is Darren? He 5'6".
Yeah, I think
Little so.
some of these, it's either your attitude, they don't like your.
Oh, he 35. He born 83.
Mm-hmm. It's either they don't like your attitude, your lifespan, on the field is not long.
No, I think it's like at most it's supposed to be like 30 something, like 32 or something, if that. But some people stay until 40.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brady, he up there, ain't he about close to 40?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think him and Ben.
So yeah, Roethlisberger.
Mm-hmm.
He just big. Oh, big head, old. But yeah, that was like a big topic we wanted to kind of jump into. Other thing is, y'all ever just people watch? I swear that's fun to me. Being that I work in New York City, all I see is so many people, so many tourists, and you just look. When I'm watching people, I'm looking at fashion, walk, how they communicate with other people, because everybody's from all different places, and it's just so funny how different families interact. I've seen families arguing. I've seen families just get along so well. Yeah.
Yeah. People watching, and I get to the point why people watching. I just want to keep watching. I'd be like, no, I can't keep doing that. I be wanting to stare like, no, you can't do that, shawty. That's not good. You can't do that to them folks like that.
Because you be thinking in the back of your mind, your mom and your dad used to be like, stop staring at
Right.
people. Stop it.
Right.
But, I mean, you really not staring. You just literally, like, looking and kind of comparing. Maybe not comparing, but just, taking it in.
Yeah, I try not to stare at people. I really do. But
Yeah.
sometimes I just go into a daze and I just be like, oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even looking at you. My bad. I just woke up.
Yeah. Like today, I was in Walmart. Shout out to Walmart. I had a nice experience. There was no crying babies. There was no long lines. And everything that I needed was in stock. And I went at 10 a.m. on a Sunday. That's a good time to go. So I'm going through, all the aisles, and I end up pretty much shopping with this guy. Like, we ended up in the same aisle. And I'm just watching this guy. He just, neither one of us had a grocery list. I always write it and I forget it. So we just going down each aisle, just looking to see what we need. And long story short, I get to the cash register, and he is right in front of me again. I was like, all right.
That could have been God trying to tell you something, shawty.
I know. See? And I'm like, I probably should have said something, because I was like, look at us shopping together.
We should do this again.
Same time next week. Well, in 2 weeks.
Right.
But I'm watching him unload his items onto the conveyor belt, and he's turning every item so that the barcode is up right to kind of make it easier for the cashier. And in my mind, I'm like, that's when I started like, yo, this is going to be a topic today. People watching, because so many times we get so upset that people do things differently, but it's not that, we mad because they don't do it our way. It's just like, won't you just try it? But me looking at this guy, I'm like, he's trying to make it easier for her. But in my mind, I'm like, that's not easy, because she still got to pick the item up. So she's probably not going to pick it, but whatever. Then I saw this other guy in another aisle, big dude, and the way he was packing his cart, girl, looked like he a mover. I mean, all the boxes was lined up, size, in the right size, like, what is it, size order. Then he had all the can size order. It's like, man, I was like, so I had to say something. You know me, I'm open, like, I didn't be able to talk to anybody. And I was like, that's some packing you got going on. He's like, girl. Well, he didn't say girl. He's like, yeah, I used to drive them tractor trailers, so, I would be able to put anything in any little piece, a spot. I find a spot. I was like, I know that's right. Big white guy. And he's like, yeah, my wife be like, when we was moving, because I was like, yeah, I bet you know how to move. You move quick, don't you? He's like, yeah, it's hard to get the stuff out the house, but so I can pack a truck.
Mm-hmm.
My wife be trying to do stuff. She just be in the way, and I just be like, so yeah, we had a cool little chuckle, and we went on about our day. But just seeing how people are so different, man, crazy.
You can learn something from people.
Yeah, because I literally was like, wow, there's so many different types of people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Man, from all walks of life. But yeah, that's my take on people watching. You got anything else?
No, I just like staring at folks. I try, but like, to be honest with you, people watching, like, I used to be in my car just watching people, and then it grossed me out. So I just stopped. Because you
Why you
get
saw
people
somebody
that's
digging up their nose?
and just like putting your hand back on the steering wheel, like, I would never be in my car. Baby wipes and hand sanitizer, lights on. Like, that's disgusting, people. Especially if you, and then if you're gonna do stuff like that, please have your windows tinted. Don't just be digging up your nose, windows all clear, sunny, bright day, the sun just shining right down on you.
You ain't see the ones that dig up their nose and they flick their finger?
Bruh, let me tell you something. Disgusting. Disgusting.
That's like walking into the public bathrooms. Even at work, they be plucking it on the wall. I'm like, y'all just nasty. The tissue right in the stall with you.
People are nasty. That's how you know when you can't eat everybody's food.
What you mean? You already know how I act.
Something. The most disgusting thing I've ever seen was somebody. I was in a bathroom. I'm washing my hands, and I hear the toilet flush behind me. The lady looks me right dead in the eye and walk through the door.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time. And then they be right in there in the kitchen, in the refrigerator. That's why. See,
I said, hell no. We not.
Nope. That's why when I open the fridge, I got a paper towel because I ain't touching nothing. Nope. I don't touch the faucet. I don't touch nothing. Nope. They be like, dang, Maria, it's like that. Yup, it's like that. Just like that.
Just
some nasty people in the world.
Hell.
So
need a sanitary police. That's what you need.
Yeah, them same people probably got restaurants too. Ooh.
Girl, that's why you gotta pray over your food.
Hello. Won't he do it?
Pray over your food, child. And I get mad if I get sick out of nowhere. If I get sick out of nowhere, I'm already counting back 72 hours. Like, where did I eat? What restaurant did I just eat at? Because I was not around anybody sick. Where did I just eat some food at?
And I ain't going back there. And it better not be Chick-fil-A.
Right.
Because I'm going to get that shit.
Look, I had went to Chick-fil-A the other night, right? And the girl had gave me all my sauces, and she had them all in one hand, and they started to fall out. I said, "Girl, it's all right. It's Chick-fil-A. If it was McDonald's, I'd be mad, but it's Chick-fil-A."
Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. But let's go on to the meat now. The meat of the podcast episode. Dun dun da da. Prison.
Yes. D block.
Prison.
D block. Let's talk about it. And mind you, before we get into it, we are not well versed in the prison system.
I ain't never
ever stepped foot in it, but we know some folks that have been. So this is just an observation, and we're just giving our observation about things that we see that, we got some questions about. Maybe you can help us get these questions answered. We would greatly appreciate it.
So, let's see. Where do we want to go? The reason I think I brought this to Keita's attention today is I was watching Power. Now, y'all know Power. If you don't watch, I'm mad at all of y'all. But Power is one of them shows about drug dealers, all that type of stuff. Gangs, shooting, killing, all that stuff. And it's always centered around, like, prison, street, and businesses or whatever. So there was an episode I don't know what number it was, but it was an episode when Ghost was arrested, and put in jail. And he obviously had people that wasn't feeling him in there. So he had one guy who was kind of watching his back, but he wasn't feeling that dude either because they had some, words outside of there or whatever. So, long story short, they started kind of, they went at it a couple of times, but then they was like, you know what, we need to be on the same side in here, so we can keep each other safe. So I guess Ghost got word from somebody on the outside that, I guess, I even lost my train of thought. He got word that, somebody was in there that he, was trying to come after him or whatever. So he and the guy got in this room, and the guy came with some instrument to kind of like kill the guy. So the other one, like, killed um, all the cameras in the room or whatever, and Ghost takes out one of the guys and the correction officer, which is crazy. So this is why I'm like, yo, we need to talk about this, because there's some crooked correctional officers in there,
Right.
who let fights go down, who let people stab, who let people do whatever to these folks in there. And why is it? Why are there crooked correctional officers? I guess it's the same as like there's crooked cops.
Because at the same time, you gotta remember, you may have some. Just my opinion. You may have some heavy hitters in prison, right? Still got access to money. Still got access to power. They're just on the inside. If a correctional officer, just my opinion, if a correctional officer knows this and know they can make a come up, why not?
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you and help myself at the same time.
But it's like, don't you feel a way?
The same way they are on the outside.
Yeah.
Drug
and detectives,
kingpins, drug lords, whatever you want to call them, they have police officers in their pocket. They have detectives in their pocket.
Luke Cage.
They got, hell, they may have mayors in their pocket. We don't know. We don't know everything that go on in the background. So this is how they get caught up.
So it's all about the money.
Oh, it's always about the money.
It's all about them Benjamins.
It's always about the money.
But it's just like, I hate that. Like, and they just always want to keep building up new prisons and all that. And it's funny, like, all the shows that I watched, Queen Sugar, Power, Luke Cage, Shades of Blue with J-Lo, they all have, it's all about, like, jail and cops and detectives and all that type of stuff. And it just makes me think, because there's always, like, black folks, like, being, shown in these prisons or whatever. And I'm like,
those prisons are nothing but the new slave era. So basically, you have all these companies, and this is why I said why Trump is probably in the freaking White House. He's a big supporter of prison, of having the prisons or whatever. If your company is benefiting from these prisons, why would you want to go against it? Prison reform.
I mean, that's Queen Sugar.
Why would you want?
I know you haven't watched it. But
I watched it.
Literally.
But that's the.
You see, when Charlie's in business with the what's their name?
The Boudreaux.
Yeah. So when they tried to build that new prison in the Bordelon's farm land, you crazy?
Yeah, I mean.
And they sure enough wasn't trying to let up either.
They're not going to.
No.
It's going to be an act of God. I don't know how they're going to write this, because the Boudreaux's been winning against the Bordelon family for a long time. So I really want to see how they're going to come against this, especially, Micah's coming forward with what happened with him.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the police officer putting that gun in his mouth. Ralph been helping some of the prisoners when they get out of jail work on his farm, which I think is very commendable, because for you to be a black man who knows what it is, how it feels when you get out of jail and there's nobody. Not saying he didn't have anybody, but how difficult it can be to
someone
get a job.
He can identify with.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're willing to accept people into your lifestyle, your family business, just so they have something. Which I think is big. But with the whole prison reform thing, or the prison, uh, how these prisons are going up. Most of these political people, they know what's going on, because y'all got businesses that's benefiting from having these people in prison. They getting paid what, $1.50, $2 just an hour, or 50 cents an hour, just to make my glasses. I mean, they're making my glasses, making your furniture that you have in your house. They're making anything we probably using. They're making it.
So who's in there?
All walks of life. Drug dealers, drug traffickers, sex traffickers, child support people. I mean, people who don't pay their child support, DUI. And that's, we're talking about now the big prisons. If you want to talk about like the maximum security, we're talking about drug dealers, maybe those are involved with drug and sex trafficking, murderers, terrorists. Yeah, that'd be a federal prison, or that may be a Guantanamo Bay. So you have and Guantanamo Bay ain't no pretty sight. No. So, yeah.
There's so many levels to this thing. You know, like for me, I feel like a lot of people in there obviously are innocent.
Some, yeah.
And it's just like, I feel like, you know, murderers and rapists shouldn't be in the same cell as somebody who's in there for like some weed or whatever. I just feel like that's kind of crazy to me. I think they should be separated. I don't know. Because murderers ain't in there like feeling bad. They're in there like, I'm hard. Like, I'm in here forever. I ain't got nothing to lose. So it's like, why would you put... And it be like the young kids, too. Be acting like they hard outside, but when they get in there, they just ain't ready for it.
That's when life kicks them in the ass, and they gotta they gotta defend themselves.
A mess. It's crazy. But yep. Prison life, man. Prison life. Let's talk about like nutrition in there. It's like they treat these people, and it could be like their first offense. They treat these people like they ain't part of the society.
They treat them like they're going through. I don't even want to say slave trade, but that's what it feels like. They're not getting good nutrition. I'm quite sure the sleeping quarters are not. They're in a cell. I remember seeing a report one day about when somebody does solitude. When they do solitude, do you know how much how much that does on a person's mental
state?
Their mental state when they're in such solitary confinement. Solitary confinement. When they're
solitary. Solitary.
Yeah, solitary confinement. It's not good on their mental state.
And don't they be putting them in there with no clothes on?
No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
I mean, I'm probably looking at it from the TV, you know, the movies and all that, but I'm pretty sure some of that is a reality. Yeah. But that's sanitation of it.
Yeah, some prisons may do that, and I'm quite sure when we see these shows like Orange Is the New Black, the Blue show you talking about, and some other stuff, I'm quite sure that they do consulting with prison systems and see how it's done, so they can try to give you a realization of what's happening for real in the system. But yeah.
Sorry, I was watching this play, but I heard you. But yeah, like Another thing I think about is germs. Everybody got to share that same toilet.
Right.
Ain't no cleaning products because they got to get money for that, right?
No, I think they clean up.
Who?
They might clean up. I don't know. I'm only thinking about Orange Is the New Black. And Orange Is the New Black, they clean up.
Okay. They meaning the prisoners?
Yes, the prisoners.
Or, okay. Do you think there are actual cleaning companies that come there and clean?
Absolutely not.
Probably just the offices, the official
No, I
offices.
think that may be so, but I don't
Mhm.
I don't see that happening. Probably the prisoners are cleaning up. So
Mhm.
why not? Why pay for somebody to come in there and do it when you got all these folks right here that can do it, right?
Hmm.
That's how they look at it.
Yeah. So yeah, mentally, and people are crushed, especially at first offenders. Like I don't know what the goal is or what the goal was when the first prison was built. I think it's just like maybe for people who are really doing crazy, crazy criminal like crime stuff. I don't know if people like way back in the day was being arrested for like suspension of license, like DUIs, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, but I just feel like maybe there's other ways. I know they try to do like community service for some people, and I think that has to do with like having fame and money. Like when you look at the celebrities, they most likely get community service most of the time. They don't end up going in there because why? They can afford lawyers.
Money
But
talks,
for regular folks, yeah, regular folks like us, we don't have that. And then when you put black on it, it's another thing.
especially if you ain't got no money.
Oh shoot. Come on now. Would they give you one of them people that just said they was reading a book and they know the stuff?
Public
Public defender?
defenders,
Do they
and
have
their
some?
and their
Look.
and their dockets, they got mad files on their desk, so they probably can't even
Mm-mm.
look through your stuff. So
I
they're
think they
ill
look at it the
prepared.
day of. Yeah. So you just don't have, yeah, you don't have luck at all. It's crazy. But the food? Then people be eating like ramen noodles. I came across this guy on Instagram who said he got tired of looking at, the prison system and the nutrition over there. He's like he created a line of ramen noodles. I forget the name of it. It's like a lady's name. I think it had to do with his aunt or mom or something like that. And he's just like, it was only like 15 to 20% of sodium in that product or something like that, or maybe less than that, because he knew like people would when they got out they had no insurance, no health insurance, so they would have like high blood pressure, all that stuff, heart attacks and all that, So by the time they get out, they end up dead because they done ate so crazy. Ain't nobody getting no salad in there.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought up the healthcare thing because I remember somebody telling me. I don't know how true this is. I did try to look it up when they told me at first,
Mhm.
but I think this is the state of California. I think the state of California look out for those when they get out of jail. They give them
Hmm.
like the state insurance, the Medicaid, Medicare,
Mhm.
and I think they do set them up with like food stamps and
Mhm.
stuff. I guess depending on your situation, I'm not sure. Like I said, I think
Right.
this is what I tried to look up what she told me, but I thought it was good that they do that type of stuff.
Mhm.
So certain states may look out, certain states may be like, look, you on your own, here you go,
Hmm.
don't come
Right.
back. If you come back, you already know what's gonna happen.
So that's the thing. Speaking, good thing you brought that up. Don't come back. So what are you doing in there to prevent, to counsel these people not to come back? Like, what are you in? Like, I want to know. Like, and we probably should have somebody to interview. Like, what is being provided for you in there mentally for you to be like, you know what? I'm done with this. I never want to be here again. Like, is there a class that you have to take? You know? So to keep you out of here, because if you not like, let's look at people who's super street, ain't never been to school, really can't even put a sentence together, straight gang, whatever. They get in there, they're not trying to hear no book, they're not trying to hear nothing about no education. So how are you getting these? How are you getting through these people? You're not, because what happens? They come right back,
Hey,
and they have, I don't know, and I guess it don't even bother them because to them it's like, yeah, I'm hard.
but you know what I was just thinking about though. I want the reason I'm not gonna say this is for all people, but the
Hmm.
reason I think that some come back because that's the only structure that they got in their life, and
Hmm.
the only structure
I
that they
mean,
have that being that they didn't have a good childhood, or they didn't have a good adulthood, or they always school was just not it wasn't what they wanted, or they couldn't understand anything, and they was always jumping from here to here, going there to there, not really having a foundation in life.
hmm.
So by them being in jail, this is the only foundation where you have structure.
Hmm.
Because some people feel like they can't do better on the outside, they gotta go back to jail. You,
Yeah, because there's no counseling provided after that. I feel like everyone who's gone, if you're, first offender or whatever, I think you should go to see
of
somebody.
course.
But the black community, like we talked about, what episode, like one of the episodes, probably under 10, we talked about therapists and how black people feel away. Like, it ain't for us.
Oh, we definitely need to go. Trust and
Yeah.
believe, because we are.
What? You could have saved your whole entire life. You sat here worried about stuff for like 20,000 years, and you just could have been saved in like freaking one
Right.
session. And it ain't even that expensive. It's like $100. They take insurance and they take cash. It's like like why wouldn't you talk to somebody who know you from nowhere and they can't judge you? But whatever. Go listen to that episode. I want to say it was called Cold Black or something like that, but
No, it
nope.
was
Check your
yeah,
mental.
check your
Yeah.
mental.
But check your mental. Go over there and listen to that.
No, but I agree
But
with you. They do need a form of counseling, but the thing is, if the counseling is provided, are the prisoners going to take to it like they should?
I mean, I think you would have to have like some, I don't want to say legal part of it, but like if you don't go, this is what's going to happen.
I think what they should do, and I like how Queen Sugar did it. They should have somebody to come in that was just in the same shoes they were in, so they know this is what happens. This is what happened when I got out. It wasn't easy. Even though my family
Yeah.
was there, it wasn't easy because mentally I was still thinking I was in jail. I broke down when I got out because I didn't know what to do. If you
Right.
have somebody that looks like you, not just saying color wise, but looks like you in that
Yeah.
same situation,
Situation.
you're better to understand and better to grasp what's trying to be given to you than to somebody who's just a counselor and just got their degree because they went to college and they don't really know shit. They don't know about that street life. They don't know, they don't know what it takes to come out and rebuild themselves.
Okay. Also, they can have at the counselor meeting one of those people to sit in, even though they say it's like supposed to be confidential or whatever. They can start it off with this person talking and then they exit and then they can kind of talk through with the therapist. So that could be another route too.
Right.
But I do believe that definitely, and I feel like, I don't want to say counsel because I don't have a degree in it, but I've given advice to a lot of people. And even if I, been through something, they still really don't take to what I'm saying. It's like they have to go through it themselves. So it can work and it can't work for some. Some people want to go through it all and then be like, dang, you was right.
Right. I mean,
But I had to feel it myself.
yeah. I mean, because I'll be honest with you, I'm one of them type of people. Don't tell me nothing, child. Let me do. Now, if it's something that's detriment to my life, then I'm gonna be like, okay, all right, I gotta pay attention. But if it's something, I'm like, look, just let me figure this out. Let me figure this out. I'll come back and be like, you right, but just let me figure it out for myself. Okay?
She ain't gonna come and say nothing to me. She ain't gonna do it.
But anyway, but you're right though, because people don't really like. Even if I say certain things, and just because I don't. This is how I've learned lessons in my life. Even though I may not have gone through the situation, I've paid attention to a lot of people that done stupid stuff in their life, and I've seen what not to do, and that's how I was able to go past a lot of things. So I'll be like, look, I'm telling you now, you shouldn't do this. Don't da 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 da, because this is how it's gonna end up. Da 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 da. But hey, I'm gonna let you do what you want to do though. But I'm just letting you know. This how it may go down. So.
Word. But like, I mean, I feel like this is a good topic, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a reality for somebody just today. Somebody got arrested.
Right.
Somebody got arrested today, right now. Yeah.
And I really think that and not saying just churches, but if anything, we in our community should set up more programs for those that come out of jail. And not just saying a halfway house. Oh my God, they're going to the halfway house. No. I mean really set up programs for these people to come and vent, to come and talk and get whatever out, find them jobs, find housing, find something for just so they don't feel like they're by themselves. Because everybody don't have family.
Right. And it's like most of the churches do have prison ministries, but do people really want to hear from church people? Because they're going to come in there he's praying and preaching all that. For people who don't have a background in that, in religion, spirituality, that kind of stuff, they're gonna want like regular people. Not to say like, you know what I
And I
mean.
think
But
if churches do it, they shouldn't always. I think this is where they lose a lot of people at, because they're always trying to. Well, do you know God? Do you do? Look, they not trying to hear
and
that
then
right now. They just trying to. I need somebody to be there right now. I'm not trying, and that's not no disrespect to churches, but that's not what they want to hear.
At that moment,
Right.
yes, because it's kind of like when you're trying to help somebody really close to you, and you keep telling them that they're not. You keep doing this, you
Right.
keep doing. It's like you have to encourage them
Right.
and not, make them relive what they already, done been through. So it's just like give them options for better. Don't, focus on the past. Oh, won't God do it? I'm about to share this message from today at church. Oh man, she said past, position, alignment, stop talking. That's past. So she was talking about I don't know, the verse about the lady who was out there doing good. She was very wealthy, but she didn't have kids. But she was just out there helping everybody, helping. And then she never prayed this prayer, but God said, "You're gonna have a son." She had a son. The son died, and she decided to take matters into her own hands. Normally, she would talk to her husband about everything, but this time she didn't. She said, "You know what? I'm gonna take the kid myself, and we're gonna go get help." Put him on a donkey. Told the servant who was running the donkey or whatever, "Don't stop until I tell you." So, she does that. Then the husband's like, "Why you didn't tell me? Why you didn't tell me?" And the preacher was like, "Sometimes there's no need for discussion.
Just gotta
God gonna come through. Yeah, God gonna come through for the win." So it's like when you going through your stuff, stop talking. Stop talking to people around you and just go straight to Him. You know what I'm saying? It's like all the time we sit here and we go to people who don't even have skill sets in the area we struggling in. Like I'm gonna ask somebody who ain't got their money together how to do this with my money.
Right.
I'm gonna ask somebody who's divorced about marriage. I'm gonna ask, like, not to say that they don't have experience, but they're probably in a bad state if they just got divorced. They're not gonna want to hear anything you got to say about you, right? So you want to talk to people who've been there and are on the same path or whatever. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta leave the past in the past. I know it's hard, but especially in people in prison, you gotta let what you done be done. Carrying that load. And this is why we said counseling is necessary, because you're going to keep bringing that with you. Especially if you're a first time, person in there, like, oh my gosh, you scared out your brain. You don't even know why, what happened. It was one bad decision. Somebody said something, you just went off and just punched them in their face, and now you locked up. It's just like a traffic stop. Road rage. You was in Walmart, because all the fights be popping off at Walmart, and I don't know why. But it's just like.
Yeah, I know one.
Yeah.
I know out here in Snellville, Georgia. The dude had shot the dude. I think shot the guy over a parking space or something like that.
I'm trying to tell. That's like Medea. Remember that episode? I mean that movie. Ooh, she took the daggone. What's that truck? Beep beep and moved the car herself.
He's talking about something beep beep. Man, get out of it.
Call the popo.
Call the popo.
I ain't scared of popo.
Hell, Medea ass done been locked up, but she was in there canceling.
Right.
But she was canceling people on a. But she was still being Medea though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And like as much as people can't stand Tyler Perry's character, they feel like he gay or whatever the case is, he brings some great stuff. It's like if you listen to the message, it's always something for somebody to take away.
Let me tell you something. Diary of a Mad Black Woman got me through my
whole
divorce.
life.
I think I watched that movie every day until I was like, okay.
Man.
Okay.
When he threw her out the house and she had on that white suit. And Shamar Moore came with his sweaty self in that little pickup truck. Girl. See, your next thing may not look with what you've been like and what you've been used to.
Preach. Hey,
come on now. You looking for somebody that's all... you think something's supposed to be polished like before. Right. But that good man could be in a different package. Okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. I'm talking to myself. Yeah, he might be short. He might be chubby. So look, I'm just saying.
But yeah, so um, got off topic right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I really think
That's why it's called the
right.
415
So,
BFF conversation.
sometimes we have sidebars, random, sidebar
You
conversations,
know,
and we get right back to it. So it's all right.
you.
But I totally agree that more needs to be done
Hmm.
for those.
I thought about it. Like, what if we did something?
Hey, you never know, man. You never know
Man, what
what
if we took the?
God is calling you to do. Do you understand me?
What if we? What if we? Man,
We ain't got to talk about it
we
right
talk
now.
about this off air. Yeah, I was like, we talk about it. I was like, wait, we talk about it off
Hey,
air.
it's all right.
Y'all stay tuned. Yeah, I just had an idea. Let me write this down while I'm thinking about it.
You write it and it will come. Hey, what they
Hello,
say?
come on now.
Write it
What it say?
down.
Write the vision. Write the
Right?
vision. Make it
Hey,
plain.
vis-
Habakkuk 2 and
vision
2.
board.
Go and read it.
Vision board.
You know it.
And that's another thing.
Get it together.
Maybe some of the prisoners, they may not have no vision.
Come on. Talk to
You
the people.
know, they vision is obscured with cloudiness. They can't see what's out there. Even though they're out there, they don't see it.
And that,
And they
look,
can't
you know
stay
I'm the
they can't
queen.
stay in that same environment. If you get out and if you have the possibility of leaving the state, get out and start fresh.
Hey,
You could become a truck
that you said
driver.
something.
If you ain't got, especially if you ain't got no hard stuff on you, you can become a truck driver. Go get your trucking license.
Mm-hmm.
Drive the states. That's mad money.
Mm-hmm.
That's money.
Different scenery, like, and that's a good way to, like, ease your
Get your
mind.
mind clear. Yeah, I mean, if you want to stop off in
Mm-hmm.
Arizona and just look and gaze up at the clouds, you could get. You know what I'm saying? If your truck is stopping through that state, hey, do that. Get your mind
Mm-hmm.
clear. You don't have to stay in
Come
that
on,
same
Grand Canyon.
environment.
But yeah, you brought up two things. Let me see if I remember. Um, oh
My
man,
bad.
lost my train.
Uh,
Lost my train.
Vision. I said
Um,
vision and environment.
right. So I'm the queen of trying to get my friends to do and family to do vision boards at the end of the year. I try to do them 2 times in a year. The first 6 months, the last 6 months. Let's say, the first 6 months you struggled. You said you was going to stop this, you was going to try this, but you didn't do it. So then you would go and either redo your vision or check off what you did so that you can finish out strong. Then come like the last 2 weeks of December, you start thinking about what you want to do for yourself in the next year. And you want to put that up in your room or in your bathroom on your phone for people who don't like paper. Have it on your phone, snapshot, take a picture of it. But it's something about actually making it yourself, creating it, cutting up the magazines, gluing it, putting them in, on that poster board yourself, because it makes you think a little bit harder and it really lets you envision what you see yourself doing. The second point is there's a lot of people who've never left their state of where they're from, just stuck in that little city they've lived in their entire life. There's so much world out there to explore. So a lot of people probably get all mixed up because they just in a whole heap of mess. If they really just branched out and got to a beach, branched out, went to a museum, I don't know, went to a new
Right.
country, you know, kind of experienced a new culture, new food, I feel like it would change their whole outlook on life. So,
That is true.
yeah. Anything else on prison?
No, I think we got it.
Yeah, we did that. It's the 415, y'all. It's your girls, Miss B and Keita. Keita, take us out.
You can find us on Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, TuneIn, and iTunes. And if you would like to join in on the conversation, you can hit us up on Instagram at the 415pod, or you could also send us an email at the 415pod@gmail.com.
Yes.
Yes. And all of those who were affected by Hurricane Florence,
Yes.
Aunt Flo, we
Yes.
here with you, baby.
Prayers, 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 prayers. I want to send some stuff out there. So I'm gonna look into that. So until next time, she girls.
Miss B and Keita.
415. 415. Holla at y'all.
We out.
Deuces.